Good day, everyone. My name is Biyannabila Damayanti, and I'm a student of International Relations at Muhammadiyah University of Yogyakarta. And today, I would like to present a study about perceptions on gender stereotyping among college students. And the first I'm going to deliver is about what mostly happens in society, where women are mostly expected to stay at home and provision in doing household chores, even it is considered as their obligation. And once they're trying to reach their job career there, then those expectations become their burdensome. On the other hand, men are expected to become their family provider, and they have to get job out there and working outside. And as we can see the picture, men are in the term of job career, men are having more opportunity than women because they are more free in doing their job without facing menstruating and pregnancy phase, and they don't have to do the household chores because society always say that household chores is women's obligation, and then men are there think that those household chores are not their job, and those are called gender stereotyping. Gender stereotypes are an ideal attribute or label of ours that given to someone else to reflect their impressions and beliefs about the proper behavior of men and women that can be well received by the society, and someone can be got some consequences when they are acted beyond those preferences. But the placement of gender stereotypes today and the way people stereotyping is very problematic. Men are always considered as the leader and the strongest one, while women are always considered as the subordinate of men, and whose values might be false. And it is already implemented in society. It is passed down from generation to generation. It is believed to be truth and considered as the normal society. And through this study, we'll find the college student perspective and response towards gender stereotyping in society based on their experience. And we move to the literature review. Gender is already become identity of human since they were born, and where they were asked to raise with a certain gender identity, but our circumstances are the one who shape and raise us to be able to implement and acquire characters based on the gender demands in society. And stereotyping is an expectation to someone else, then and those expectation is not accurate to be expected because stereotypes are generalization about traits, and it is considered by certain people, and human are different each other. If we're generalized human characters, then it is irrelevant to do. And according to Posner's research in 2008, in the US, gender stereotyping is classified as the main obstacle in achieving equal status for both men and women. And he also found that men become superior because the biological role is played by the women as a child barrier, nurturer, and so on. And the other hand, men took a role as the provider because they can hunt more freely without facing the face of menstruating, pregnancy, nursing, etc. And a research by Rahayero in 2019, they found that 70 companies are having men as their executive and women are only minority in company. And they also found a fact that companies that with female executive are having a better performance compared to male executive of a company. And we move to the research method in the study. A qualitative design has chosen to explore the college student response to gender stereotyping in society and how the college student perceive gender stereotyping based on the experience in the study. And there are 9 questions were asked to the participants, and the re-interview section was conducted online due to the pandemic. And we reached the findings of the study. There are 3 out of 4 participants stated that gender stereotyping that happens in society is no longer needed and want irrelevant if they keep doing that. Everyone had their own perspective in terms of respect each other, and then we can't easily stereotype or desire or expect somebody else based off their gender. And all participants are facing the same circumstances where their surrounding society, even their immediate environment, which is their family, are expecting and put label on them based on their gender, based on the applicable norms in society, and all of them are labeled and directed to how they should be as human being based as being a human being based on their gender. And those label are, if we're born as a woman, then we are expected to be proficient in household chores and do the domestic matters and become the subordinate man. And if we were born as men, then we are expected to become of his family provider and reliable and good job out there. And we move to the discussion of this study. Even though time have evolved, some people still will maintain their belief in patriarchal culture, although not a few people are starting to aware these inequality stereotypes. Some people are still treated based on their gender unreasonably from the society and even their own families. It is irrelevant if stereotyping of others is maintained when gender has become an international issue and many people struggle to make it equal, when actually we have to support to make it equal. And the last part of this study is the conclusion. Gender stereotyping still happen in society, even in their immediate environment, and kept labeling someone else based on their gender unreasonably and without objective facts. Especially in Indonesia, most people live under traditional roles and thrive in such patriarchal society, and those irrelevant stereotypes kept implemented in society, even in a family, create some inequalities. Whereas we know that family is the first and closest person to educate us, then family are should be expected to realize the importance of equality among society. And this is the end of my presentation about a study about a perception of gender stereotyping among college students. And thank you for watching my video presentation. Stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you.